Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new movie review. Today we're talking about Transformers Rise of the Beast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the video as it helps us grow in the weird, wacky YouTube algorithm. Now, let's talk some Transformers. Transformers Rise of the Beast is the latest film in the live-action Transformers franchise, of course following the 5 Michael Bay films Bumblebee, and now we got this one. This one is directed by Stephen Cable Jr., who proved he was a very capable director with Creed 2, so I was excited to see this film. And apparently they approached him with Bumblebee 2, but he said like he doesn't really want to do that, but he was a huge fan of the Beast Wars comics and cartoon growing up, and so he had some ideas for that. And I love that because I too am a big Beast Wars guy, and that's actually the Beast Wars comic book and like the G1 cartoon is what got me into Transformers. So I was very excited when they announced this film, but also nervous because I love Bumblebee, but the other films, they're not for me, you know. But this one, and they started announcing cast too. I was like, oh man, the humans and the the Transformers, just the cast is great. You got Anthony Ramos from In the Heights is the main human in this one, and I usually don't like the humans in these films, but I think this is like Haley Steinfeld was amazing, but out like in a full on Transformers film, I think this is the best the human characters have been. Dominic Fishback is also one of the human characters. She excelled as well. She was great. Her and Anthony Ramos had really good chemistry. Of course, you got Peter Cullen voicing Optimus Prime in this one. Just he's so good, even as he gets up there in age. Like he's still so good, so iconic in that role. You got Michelle Yeoh voicing what is it, Air Racer. You got Coleman Domingo, who's fantastic voicing Unicron. You got Peter Dinklage as the voice of Scourge. But the one that stood out the most for me was Pete Davidson as Mirage. I loved him in this role. As you know, if you've watched the channel for a while, I'm a big Pete Davidson fan, but I just wasn't sure if it would work. I didn't know if it'd be off-putting, but it was not. For me, Mirage stole this movie. Mirage was the best character, and I like that because he's kind of done dirty quite a bit in previous Transformer iterations. So I'm glad he kind of got the Bumblebee role in this one. You know, the one that becomes friends with the humans is like the main Transformer they focus on, and I thought that was cool. Bumblebee, speaking of him, he kicks ass in this movie as well. He's got some great scenes. Optimus Prime, of course, is great. Is it just me, or is in every Transformer movie does Optimus Prime get his ass whooped by the bad guy? Like every time, I swear to God, he gets whooped. And speaking of Transformers, you know, this one introduces, of course, you know, Rise of the Beast. It brings in the Maximals, and they are great. Optimus Primal, voiced by Ron Perlman, was fantastic. I wasn't sure, like, how it would work, how it would look, because I thought the Dinobots in whatever Transformers film it was looked weird and like too over stylized, but they looked fantastic. Him, Cheetor, Razor's Edge, what is it, Rykor? Is that what his name is? The Rhino one. The one gripe I do have is I think Optimus Primal and the Bird got, you know, lots of screen time, got some character development, but Cheetor and the Rhinoceros one, they didn't, like, they got some cool fight scenes in, but not really any character development. They were just there as kind of like the muscle, and I was kind of hoping the Maximals would be on more outside of Optimus Primal, but you know, maybe they'll come back in the next one as well. That would be cool to see some more Maximals. And of course, you get the Terracons in this one as well. Scourge is a nasty villain. I'm glad we finally got away from like Megatron and Starscream. I'm glad we got some different villains, and of course, Unicron as the overarching threat was very cool. I love that this film took place in the 90s, 1994, a couple of years after Bumblebee, and they do acknowledge Bumblebee. They acknowledge Haley Steinfeld's character. Just, I really like the time placement. It felt right. That feels like where Transformers should be, like modern stuff. It's like, no, I don't need that. And just Anthony Ramos's performance, as I said, was really good. One of the better, developed human characters in one of these Transformer films. But I would, even though I liked him, I would like, you know, a live action Transformers film where it's just the Transformers. I don't need to see human, like full on human characters. I don't need it. I'm just here for the Transformers. But with the way this ends, it looks like we're going to be getting more humans. But the way it ends makes me really fine with it, because as a fan of, you know, classic toys, classic comics, classic Hasbro properties. I was very excited with how this film ended, and I'm very curious to see how it ends up, where it goes. It's something that people have wanted for a while, so I'm curious to see. I know we got that animated Transformers film, Transformers 1, coming out next July, I think. I'm excited for that one, but this makes me very excited to see where this Transformers goes. You know, we got Bumblebee. This one, we're on a good roll with this new kind of like timeline in the Transformers franchise. Do I like this one as much as Bumblebee? I don't know, man. I love Bumblebee. Outside of John Cena's bland one note villain, I love Bumblebee. I think this one's really good. It's a really fun movie, but it didn't have the same like heart as Bumblebee. It had like great jokes, great character development. It was funny. It was action packed. It had a good story. It had some of my favorite characters, but it just didn't have quite the same amount of heart. So I do think I would put Bumblebee above this one, but just by a little bit, because I really did enjoy Rise of the Beast, and it made me excited to see more Transformers films. I'm going to give Transformers Rise of the Beast a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoy this one. It's a great summer blockbuster. Go check it out at your local cinema, and let me know what you think of that ending. It's really cool. It's a really cool ending, and I'm curious to see what comes of it. Make sure you comment down below with what you thought of Transformers Rise of the Beast, or are you tapped out on this franchise after the Michael Bay ones? I do think you should give the franchise another shot with this and Bumblebee, but hey, to each their own. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys right here next time.